Hi people, me again obviously, as always, and as usual, Moreno Ravenberg. As you can tell from the header, I'm going to discuss Counter-Magick. Now, as usual, I'm recording this video just straight off the bat. I have no prior thoughts, or had no prior thoughts. I had no thoughts in relation to the subject prior to recording this video, so I am just going to discuss things metaphorically by impulse. Now, by definition, what is Counter-Magick? It's obvious. It's magic that counters magic, plain and simple. But specifically, this might be of interest, especially to magicians or people that are afflicted by magic. As in, how do you counter magic, any spiritual influence aimed at you or that is afflicting you? The basic rules apply in relation to cleansing and banishing and whatnot. Check the end screen, so at the end of this video, or any links you might find in the description of this video. And yeah, for the rest, there is not a lot really to say and or to mention. After you've cleansed yourself, obviously you need to gather some intel on your target, who your target is, or not target, but I'm sorry, the other way around. Who your afflictor is, so who has you targeted, so who the culprit is in question, the esoteric or magical or occult culprit is in question. So bluntly put, who's attacking me? The first thing you need to do is obviously cleanse yourself, as in, okay, bluntly put, the person threw shit at me, occult shit, and just in a manner of speaking, the person targeted me, I am afflicted as a result. The affliction needs to be dealt with. But of course, if you're going to do that and the person keeps afflicting you or keeps targeting you, then it's a vicious cycle. So depending on the severity, generally speaking, by default, provided that it is severe, and if you're looking for help, then it is quite severe, you need to cleanse yourself. And like I said, general banishing and cleansing, ritual cleansing, whether you're an occultist or not, so it doesn't matter whether you're proficient or not, or you possess any proficiency, does not really matter, because there are options for both of them. Once you've done so, then you need to point that was point A. Point B, you need to focus on your on the one that's targeting you, on your attacker, and you need to gather some intelligence on him or her, some intel, as in, why is this person attacking me, how strong is the person, or vice versa, and it just goes on, basic information. And then you can find a way to protect yourself permanently and or indefinitely from the person, or attack the person if you know that, hey, this person is not going to leave me alone. Cases like these, I'm not going to go so far as to say that they're rare, but let's just say that it's semi-common. It's not that common, but it does happen on occasion and then some. I myself had to deal with this lifetimes ago, and I did the exact same thing that I'm saying to you guys right now. I cleansed myself, and then I set my sights on my attacker, and I utterly destroyed my attacker and or attackers. Game over. But yeah, for magicians specifically, how do you utilize counter magic? How do you counter, for example, magic that someone sent towards you, or an area or an object that someone has enchanted with spiritual energy? How do you counteract that? Are there specific rules you need to follow, outlines, etc., etc.? Generally speaking, no. Plain and simple banishing and or cleansing will do the trick. The only thing, it does not matter what kind of magic the person has used or what kind of magic the person is using. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is that your intent is to banish and or cleanse, and you can work preferably in a Martian manner. So think of like dragons, cleansing and banishing using dragon's blood, incense, you name it. You go to work in a Martian manner, as in aggressively remove this energy, regardless or irregardless of what the purpose of said energy was, whether it was beneficial or negative energy or destructive or malevolent in nature. It does not matter. Bottom line is the energy needs to be removed. End of story. Equal to wiping off a table. It doesn't matter whether there was juice on the table or bluntly put, shit or piss. Does not matter. Whether it was something that is benign or just outright nasty, you're going to wipe off the table, end of story. And a wet wipe will do the trick in general. So the same metaphor applies to counter-magic, or as a means of counter-magic by definition. Things that you do need to keep in mind at a base level are that strength comes into play, and skill and proficiency overall. It all comes down to who is stronger, who is more skilled, who is this, who is that. Needless to say, if the magician in question that enchanted the place, and therefore the energy or energies that he or she left behind or afflicted you with, you won't be able to do anything about it if this magician in question is a lot stronger than you, or just outright stronger. So again, it's fitting and measuring and vice versa, to put it that way. If you're faced with someone that is stronger than you, regardless of how you found out, or you suspect that the person is stronger than you, then you need to commit to repeated how do I put this? You need to commit to repeated cleansings, if you will, or repeated attempts at utilizing counter-magic. Of course, this is like an uphill battle. I completely understand that. It's like fighting someone that's a lot stronger than you. I mean, for example, you have to hit the person 20 times or 21 times in order for the person to even feel something. And the person bitch slaps you and you're on the ground, game over. But there's nothing to be done in such a situation. If you're personally afflicted, obviously you have no other choice. Either that, or you need to find someone that is at the very least on equal footing with your attacker, your magical attacker. And if you are a practitioner, the same rule applies, honestly. If you know that you're not strong enough to get the job done in terms of liberating yourself, then you need to find someone that is capable of liberating you in exchange for whatever kind of reciprocal act you need to perform for that person in question. And let's see, was there anything else to say regarding this subject? Those are the general things that apply. Anything else is purely of a customized nature, honestly, as in it pertains specifically to your situation, your specific situation. So again, everything needs to be looked at in details, but that, generally speaking, is the gist of it. Bye bye.